Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy.
Good evening and welcome everyone. How are you all? Nice to see you. I know I could get a louder noise than that, but I won't worry about it right now. We're going to introduce the boys. I'm sure that's what you're saving all your energy up for. Let's get them out here. Welcome to That's Good to Footy. This is the family-friendly, live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. The shows are for the passionate supporters. These shows allow you to see the players be themselves. I'm ready. Let's go. Collingwood show, November the 22nd. Please welcome to the show our first panellist. He was born on the 31st of May in 1993. He's played a total of 197 games and he's kicked a total of 83 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2013. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears a premiership medal around his neck and he wears the number 6 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Tom Mitchell.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See
That's nice,
the Barrackers
nice.
are
Well done, well done.
shouting.
I'm sure you're all hoarse from singing that. You've probably sung it about 50 times already, and we only finished the grand final, 6 weeks ago. How good is it to see Tom Mitchell? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Had you on the show last week. I'm going to had to rewrite the whole show in order to accommodate for you this week, but I'm looking forward to getting stuck in, asking a few relevant questions, maybe some not so, but we'll see where we go with that. Let's get our second panellist out here. Please welcome to the show our second panellist. He was born on the 20th of September in 1996. He's played a total of 186 games and he's kicked a total of 17 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2015. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he also wears a premiership medal around his neck and the number 4 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Braden Maynard.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name.
You can sing it now if you want.
See the Barrackers are shouting, as all Barrackers should. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for getting involved. You'll notice he's got one clipped wing, okay? First of all, how did it all go? How are you? How's everything feeling? How's your body?
Yeah, it's all going very well. It's a bit of a pain and a bit of a process, but I had to do it last year on my left shoulder, so sort of back-to-back surgeries on my shoulders, which is something that I probably knew that I had to do, but surgery went well. I'm going well. This body brace, a bit of a robotic arm. It's a big carry-on, but it's something that I just have to do and comply by.
Yeah, but you're feeling good. The outcome from the surgery, everything you could have hoped for, your surgeons have told you all about that?
Well, the last time I got shoulder surgery, we won a flag, so hopefully I can go back to back.
Let's stick with that, mate. That sounds perfect. Just while we're on it, I just want to ask everybody, when you get the opportunity to come down the back of the room and you get your chance to get your photo, don't walk up and go, "Hey, mate, how you going?" All right? Because we want him nicely recovered by the time that 2024 comes around. Let's talk about 2023 while we've got it, boys. Let's get stuck in. Tell us, with hindsight, being in your favour, what word or words would you use to summarise the 2023 season for the Collingwood Football Club? I talk about injuries, losses, only had 5, narrow margin wins, 8 under 10 points, then ultimately the premiership. Sum it up for us.
I think I answered this question at the show last week when you asked what words I would use to describe the year. Obviously, it's a different audience. So from memory, I said commitment, There's a lot of dedication, and I said the main one for our group is just love between everyone, like, you know, the players to the fans, fans to the players, player to player. Like, we're just a really connected club, and the playing group in particular, you know, we're just so connected out there. You can see, I'm sure you guys can see when you watch on the TV how together we are. When we win or lose, we're together. We're always supporting each other. Bruz leads the way with that. One of our best at it. So there are a couple of words that spring to mind.
For sure. Braden, this question was primarily written for you, and I wrote it last week, and I've put it back in because I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Tell us about the season from your perspective. You went through the injuries, okay? We talk about, obviously, Jeremy Howe in round one. That was quite significant. There were other ones that played out during the season. But we talk about the losses. Obviously, there was only 5, but you had those wins under 10 points. There was 8 games that was attributed to. Tell us what you sum up the season as being.
I guess it's sort of been the last couple of years where we've won all these tight games and close games, but like we all know, we know what to do when they're close games. And I just want to touch on sort of the word culture. Every time we come into the club, it's such an amazing place to be around, and Tommy just mentioned our connection is amazing as well. But for blokes that did injure themselves early on or whenever they did during the year, for them to sort of have the support around them from their teammates and coaches is probably the best I've sort of been around and seen. And we do have a lot of mates at different clubs, and from sort of what we hear, we're definitely running the best program, and pretty much one big family, and our culture is amazing, like I said. So to be involved in such an amazing club, Fly being probably the number one driver of that since he came in. It's such a easy place to be around, especially for blokes that are feeling maybe a little bit down. They can come in and open up to whoever they feel comfortable to. So it's such a safe environment for everyone to get around each other and move forward if they are going through their struggles.
Yes, brilliant. This primarily will be a question for you as well. One thing that was evident is the way that you all got around each other. You congratulate one another, even if it's for the little things, regardless of whether it's a spoil, it's a tackle, a smother or a shepherd. Whatever it is, it's always a pat on the back, a pat on the bum, now go again. That's something that you hold resolute and put that probably at the top of your list.
Exactly right. I feel like we celebrate each other more often than not and whenever we can. But even when we make mistakes, we don't want to celebrate mistakes, but we sort of want to get around each other and just be like it's normal to make mistakes. Like I've definitely had a few, like I reckon against Essendon, I had a few kickouts where I absolutely shanked them, and everyone probably remembers them because I ended up kicking a couple goals off them. But everyone makes mistakes, but it's how your teammates get around you post those mistakes. And that one in particular mistake I made in the Essendon game, we just sort of sat back and laughed about it. And I feel like that's why our culture and connection and celebrating each other is on such a high level and a different level compared to other teams. We're not afraid to make mistakes, and if we do, we just have a laugh and move on with it.
Yeah, good. This may sound like I'm going over questions or answers that you're going to give that could sound like they could be very similar, but to follow on from this, where does the cohesion and the buy-in come from? Is it the structures, the systems and the game plan, or is it in the coach and the way that the players are managed and supported? What is it? What do you attribute the success to? I'll bring you into that question, but what do you attribute it to?
I just think all in all, it's just complete buy-in, and that's what we've had the last 2 years. And I feel like when everyone, even the coaches, the whole club gets involved, we get around each other, and that's why I'll touch on again the culture. Everyone has complete buy-in to being successful, winning, and that's what Fly's brought. He's brought a winning mindset, and we want to get better every day as well. So that's just, all in all, that just helps you for everyday life and success on field and off field.
Yeah, and what would your answer be to that? I know that you did give one last week, but give a different impression from the circumstance of the way that you managed and supported as a playing group.
So one thing we do on a weekly basis is that we celebrate people within the club. So it may be someone in the media department, it may be someone in the membership department, and we celebrate the work they do for us. So I think for people that work at the club, they feel appreciated which in hand makes them feel more connected, and it brings us all together. So
Jack.
we do a lot of meetings where we have the whole club together. There's no hierarchy, there's no anyone's above anyone else, and flies the driver again. And even with our fans, I hope you guys felt this year how connected we were to you guys. Like, we wanted to bring you guys along, and that was one of our themes, the 19th man, and even little things like you guys all showing up in big numbers throughout the season, but in the finals in particular. We made a concerted effort to always get around you guys. I'd always do a lap and get that Collingwood chant, which Braz is pretty good at. We'll do one later. But just little things. We want to be one club, and we're the biggest club in the land, and when we all come together, it's pretty powerful.
How beautiful is that? Love it. I wanted to ask you, okay, if you want, yeah. I want to allude to this. It's a statement that I've put together, and I want to just get your thoughts on it. Personnel doesn't always reflect success, but structure and game plan does. Once you have belief in the systems, then the two will complement each other, especially if there's player buy-in. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, for sure. Like our whole coaching panel is just full of gurus that have been around football for a very long time. So our whole structure, our system, we've had to learn it a lot over the last couple of years, but I feel like everyone's sort of in sync with each other. And when you're in sync with each other and playing such a dominant, forceful sort of game plan, whether it's on defence or attacking, you're hard to stop. And that's why we've been so good for the last 2 years in particular, because our coaching staff and our coaching system have full belief in us, sort of going out there on game day and showing off our talent, but sticking to the system, and which we do, and which we all do in sync. So it's great.
How intense is red time when you talk about the wins that you've had? And when I speak about red time, the Pies have been able to do it better than anyone, especially the last 2 years. How much do you practice that, whether you're down or whether you're up, red time?
Yeah, it's something that we train on a weekly basis, and I think every club would, to be honest. Like,
yep.
It's a critical part of the game. Late in quarters, late in games, every club would train it. So we're no different to other teams. I think we do have a very experienced group. I think we'd be one of the oldest. We've got a lot of guys that have played a lot of footy. So I think there's the understanding of what to do, but then there's the execution, which I think I've only been here for one season, but obviously the guys have been doing this for a couple of years now. We're just the complete understanding of what every player needs to do, and we know where each other are going to be in terms of setting things up. There's a little bit of play you guys might remember in the prelim to seal the game. Jamie Allett gets the ball in a pack. If he kicks it straight line, they probably get it. It's in the last 30 seconds. They probably get it and go straight back to goal and chance of scoring. He literally kicks it sideways, and we're on the same page. That was a planned thing. Wow. So just little things like that to kill the game, and something that we train. But yeah, I think executing under fatigue and different things is what really works for us at the moment.
Yeah. Let's talk about sacrifice. The sacrifice you make to follow your dream. It's a journey that everyone close to you goes on with you, your friends, your family. How have you been able to personally share it with them?
Yeah, well, they're always there for you from day dot. I mean, I remember especially going through sort of the age of 16, 17, 18 when I had a lot of mates sort of having house parties and going out and whatnot, and I had to make a lot of sacrifice from then to sort of go and train the next day and not go to those house parties or whatever it may look like. But sacrifice starts from when you first sort of start playing competitive football at an age of about 16. I mean, all ages is very competitive, but I reckon it starts to get serious at about 16. So you've got to start making sacrifices and got to start to learn to say no to your mates. So, I mean, your family are always there by your side, no matter the situation, good or bad. So they're obviously number one, and family always becomes the most important thing. And yeah, family first for everyone.
Lovely, well said. Cast your mind back, this is particularly for you, Braden, cast your mind back to grand final morning. You woke up. Where was your head at? What was the game the first emotion or thought that you had when you opened your eyes?
I actually didn't get much sleep the night before the grand final because I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I was that excited. I sort of just jumped out of bed, started getting on with my morning and my normal routine, and sort of before you know it, I was in the car. My old man, so my dad really wanted to drive in with me. We did it in 2018, but he drove, and he asked me if he could come in with me again, and I thought, oh shit, is he a bad omen? But But it was good. He didn't drive this time, so it might have been who was driving in 2018. But I drove him in, and then he drove the car home. But yeah, I mean, I woke up grand final morning, did what I had to do, and then sort of the game was just there, like no time to think, and then we just did what we had to do. And
Yeah. Just follow on again ad nauseum. What was it like for you waking up? First thoughts?
Yeah, so I played in the grand final previously as well at the Swans in 2016, and it was very different feelings. 2016 was very anxious, probably because I was a little bit younger, but different club as well. I think Bruz touched on the word culture before, but I feel like felt so confident because not only the work we'd done, but also every single player had been embraced. You felt, what you had to do in the game was really valuable and important. So I felt probably the calmest I've almost ever felt for a game. I was so calm. I was just like, good feeling. Physically felt great, mentally felt great, and I don't know, I had a feeling it was just gonna. I felt we were gonna win, but obviously it was a tough game, and to be honest, Brisbane were pretty awesome on the day. Like that game could have gone either way, and thankfully we won. But I just felt really calm and composed and locked in on the game.
Love it, mate. Well said. In the 7.5 weeks since the granny, you have no doubt heard plenty of stories about where people watched the game, how they felt about the win, how they celebrated it, and so forth. Has there been any standout, die-hard Collingwood supporter stories that you have either left you speechless or simply just blown you away?
not really. I mean, I'm flicking through social media and I'm seeing like all the celebrations of families jumping around, going crazy when there's about 5 to 10 seconds left, and just seeing how much it actually means to so many people. People were crying on these videos that I was seeing, and like till this day, I'm still watching celebrations and a quarter here or a quarter there, because it was such an amazing sort of period for everyone. And I'll tell you now, we're only just getting started. Like, there's no ceiling on what we can achieve with this group, and it's very exciting. But yeah, I mean, to see everyone going crazy was the best thing.
How good is that? Very nice segue, because it follows me straight into this. There is no reason the Pies can't come out and do the same again. Sure, the hunter will become the hunted, but experience is advantageous. And we just spoke about this, and this is another point that I just want to bring up here. Experience is advantageous, so much so that it becomes less of what you say and more of what you do. You play with someone long enough and this becomes second nature. Is that accurate?
Absolutely, and I feel like we are going to be hunted, but I reckon let's just be the hunters. Like, why do we have to be hunted? I feel like it happens to every team that sort of wins the premiership the year before, but like, who gives a shit? Why can't we go out there and be the hunters?
Spot on.
Love it.
That's what you want to hear. Just word to the wise, if you ever want to hear anything straight down the line, no mucking around, this is your man, all right? Yeah. It's going to come straight at you thick and fast. There are so many people behind the scenes to help and assist you in getting to a grand final. Fitness staff, medical staff, dietitians, line coaches. It takes all of these people and more to get you up and about each week. How important are all these people with your own personal development, giving everyone here a little insight as to what goes on behind the scenes at the club? Talk about all those individuals. Oh, well, not specifically, but in a broad spectrum.
Yeah, there's too many to count. All I can say is that we're very lucky as players. We're in the position where, at the club, everything is about performance. So all these little things that, these people do for us that allow us to get out there on game day and just go play. So, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. You could mention 100 people from the club, whether it be someone, you forget a pair of shorts, or you've forgotten your boots, or you've forgotten a part of the game plan, you need a coach to remind you. Like, everything is tailored towards the players. Fly's just big on, we just want you to be so prepared that all you have to worry about is playing. You don't have to think.
Yep.
If you're thinking on the ground, you're not in probably the best headspace, because you should just be in that flow state of instinctive playing, and the supportive team around you just get you to that point. So that's why it's such a collective effort, because we couldn't do it without them.
I understand. You're elite footballers and you have to be conscious of what you put into your body. It's 8:30 at night and you get a little bit of, hunger pains. What do you feel like when you feel like a snack?
What don't I feel like?
Yeah.
I love a bit of takeaway. Like, I love pizza, wood-fired pizza. Every now and then, I do love chocolate.
Braz likes whatever is in his mouth at that moment is the best food ever. So like if he's eating chocolate,
Literally.
this is the best thing
Yeah,
ever. If he's
right.
eating pizza, it's pizza.
Okay, nicely said. But you have to be conscious about it, don't you?
No, you definitely do, but I just think everything in moderation. I feel like we have such a high intensity sort of training schedule, especially in the pre-season. I feel like you can every now and then treat yourself to something a little bit naughty.
Yeah.
But I think we can because we work it off. But everything in moderation. So.
Okay. You use the same philosophy. I know that you're heavily into your fitness and your regime. It is 8:30 at night. Normally you'll be starting to think about going to bed about 10:30. Are you feeling hunger pains? Do you just ignore it?
Yeah, so in the off season at the moment, you need to enjoy yourself and go out for nice dinners and eat a little bit of junk here and there because we're human. That's everyone loves lollies and chocolates and things.
Yep.
During the season, I'm quite disciplined, I would say. I just live by the basics. I don't really have like a structured diet plan where I count calories and things. I know what's good and bad, and from Monday to game day, I wouldn't touch soft drink, ice cream, chips, hot chips, lollies, just anything processed. I just wouldn't touch it.
Yep.
Once the game's done, say we play on Saturday, Sundays are hell for leather. I eat whatever I want, and then that's my mental release, and then back on Monday and just do that all year.
Perfect. Well said. I want to discuss something. I want you to bear with me, everybody in the audience and you boys here. We talk about mental health. There's a campaign that runs which is called Are You OK? And it's obviously about the struggles of mental health. I want to talk about this, and Braden, just bear with me because I want to go through this with you. A month or so back, I watched a doco on David Beckham. On Netflix, firstly, bloody awesome. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's fantastic. Don't worry about the little dancing at the end with Islands in the Stream, but the first part, bloody awesome. But what I wanted to speak of was how much he was hated on or after he was red carded and England missed out on being part of the World Cup. He was spat on as he walked down the street. He was ridiculed, verbally abused. Oh my God, everything vile about the worst of society was actually thrown at him. It was on full display. It blew me away. Now, on a smaller scale, but nevertheless a moment where sport can turn ugly, when you had your incident with Angus Brayshaw, you were attacked and vilified across social media and also through the media. How did you handle it, mate, and the deal with the commentary? Because it takes real self-belief and support from those around you and from those within the club to wrap their arms around you. Tell us how difficult was that period for you and who did you turn to for support?
It was very tough. It was probably, if not one of the toughest weeks of my life. Like in terms of how much scrutiny there was, how much attention there was. I had to sort of lock in and just, I actually literally get pretty emotional when I talk about it because it was a pretty hard week for mum and dad as well, especially with mum being away. She just wanted to be there for me and she couldn't because she was away in the States doing work. So what went down in that week is something that I don't really wish upon anyone because just the mental strain that came with it. And I mean, we had such an amazing game. We won by, 7 points. And so the adrenaline rush that I had and then obviously all the scrutiny that came with the bump and then the whole week that I had to go through, my mental health was... pretty much shot towards the end of the week because I was so drained of everything, and then everything sort of was sort of finished, and I thought, far out, like this whole week's done, thank God, and then I just crashed, absolutely crashed, had no energy, no nothing, but that's when I just turned to my family, my psych, and just conversations along the way that helped me a lot, but it's pretty hard to talk about because it was really, really, really tough for me. And I'm lucky to have the boys around me to talk to.
Thank you so much for sharing. It was obviously a question that I was hesitant and probably a little bit reluctant about. But at the same time, I just thought all the media hype that was going on around it, I thought you handled yourself beautifully and you came back out and went through the final series and you played an awesome final. You're now deserving of wearing a 2023 Premiership medal around your leg. Please, hands off to Brad Maynard, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, mate. Just want to quickly touch on you, Tom. Tom, how much of what has happened in your journey to get where you are now feels like the most amazing part of your football life? Because I have heard it said that this is one of the best and most enjoyable times you've ever had been in and around and playing football?
It is. It's the happiest I've ever been playing footy, and that's easy to say when you've won a premiership, but I would have said it regardless if we won or lost. In terms of the culture and how much, such a great group of guys to play with and just rock up to work with every day, and how much fun we have together. It's a pretty awesome place to be. So I'm just so grateful to be at Collingwood and where I've landed. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And I think every player has a journey, and there's ups and downs. Footy isn't a linear progression, and it's always positive. There's challenges and injuries and different things, and we've all faced them, and I've definitely had my fair share of them, and to come out the other end and say I'm a premiership player for Collingwood feels pretty special.
I bet it does. Well done to you as well. One thing I just wanted to discuss with you was how you felt towards the end of your time at the Hawthorn Football Club. I speak of the criticism which was rightly or wrongly directed your way in and around your performances at the time. Is this still the way that you feel about that period of time?
To be honest, I look back at my time in Hawthorn and I loved it. Hawthorn was such a great club, and to be honest, I feel as though, similar to this opportunity I've given now, I needed a different chance and a different opportunity from when I left Sydney, and Hawthorn gave me that chance, and I loved my time there. Probably played arguably my best football there over a period of time, and they gave me the opportunity to do that. So a lot of love for the Hawthorn Footy Club. Obviously they're heading in a new direction, and I hope they do really well, because some of my best mates are still there, and I still speak to those guys in WhatsApp groups and text messages all the time. So I do want them to do really well, got a lot of respect for the club.
Beautifully. Excellent. Well said. Let's get on to this, ladies and gentlemen. Next year, round 0 has been announced. Pies will play GWS on their home deck Saturday the 9th of March at 7:30pm. How do you all feel about that? Yeah, I don't need to speak to you guys about it. That was the reaction I was looking for. Let's go into this. First 14 rounds of 2024 will feature Thursday night football. Pies have got 2 Thursdays in there and then 5 Friday nights out of those first 14 rounds of football. So 7 games on the big stage at the MCG. Bloody awesome. I like that, Friday night football. So in saying that, on the count of 3, who was the team that you want to beat the most in the 2024 AFL Grand Final? One, 2.
Anyone, I reckon.
Anyone?
Bring on anyone.
You want to have a think? Who would you like to play in the AFL Grand Final in 2024?
I feel like it almost did happen, but I feel like a Collingwood-Carlton granny would be pretty epic.
Yeah, Collingwood-Carlton.
It was very close to happen. Melbourne would burn to the ground. That would be crazy.
Literally.
That's a good enough.
Anyone.
Yeah, that's good enough answer for me. I like that. Then it's back into Melbourne for round 1. Friday the 15th of March, 7:40pm, new time slot. MCG, Pies v Swans, bring it on. Premiership flag unveiling. Would that be the case?
Oh yeah. It'll bring back a lot of memories, a lot of very amazing memories. So I can't wait for that night.
How are you feeling about coming up against your old club on round 1?
I'm getting this round 0 thing's tripping me out a little bit. Round 0.
Throwing everybody.
That'd be cool. I think times have changed. That was 2016. What are we? It's 8 years ago. Still got a handful of guys there who are still mates with and are still playing. But I think it'll more be about sharing that moment with everyone at the club, but with all you guys. So hopefully you guys show up as well, and it brings back some special memories for you, because this premiership is all of ours. It's not just the playing group, it's all of ours. So hope you guys feel that.
Beautiful. Love it. Well said. For anyone out there actually wondering, it's 108 days before footy's back again, okay? All right, just so you know. I wanted to just quickly touch on the draft, boys. I love the Flyers' phone call to Harry, saying it's a family club. Can't wait to get you down here, mate. Meet you face to face. That was obviously the Flyer talking to Harry. Demadia?
Yeah.
Yeah, Demadia.
We'll roll with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that video. He's a really good fella. I was actually lucky enough to meet him as well the day after the draft. So, he's got an elite left foot. I did see some of his highlights, and he looks like he can play. So it's very exciting for the club.
very, very quickly talk about it. Harry Demadia, pick number 25, 185 centimetre midfielder, co-captain of Vic Country and the Dandy Stingrays. You also picked up 2 Giath, pick 37, 188 centimetre defender from Gippsland Power. Grew up barracking for the Pies, that helps. So 2 handy little inclusions coming through off the back of the draft. I won't go on any more about that because you guys are probably yet to meet them and go through that. When are you back on deck? I know that you've got your injury, but when are you actually back?
We're back on the 4th, so the older boys, teaching myself and a few others, we're back on the 4th of December, and then the young boys go back on the 27th. So everyone sort of floats through.
Yep.
That part of that older group floats through from the 27th onwards.
Perfect. There's your answer. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the boys. They've spoken quite candidly. They've spoken quite open. Could you please put your hands together for both of them? Congratulations on your premiership win. Thanks, guys.
They know how to play the game.
All right, here we go, boys. I've got a series of questions for you. Here they come. As soon as you think you know the answer, buzz in. Here's your first one. How many people attended the 20... Jake.
100,024.
Right. Well done. Watch this, boys. He's got some competition. All right, here we go. Question number 2. How many goals did the 2023... Jake.
4.
4 is correct. All right. He's not even letting me finish. He's that confident. All right. Who was the first goal scorer?
Jake.
Nick
Dacos.
Nick Dacos is correct. You liking this? Yeah. Here we go. Question number 4. Who kicked a goal with 1 minute and... Jake.
Brody Myercheck.
Brody Myercheck is correct.
You're killing me, mate.
I don't know. Maybe he's got the answer sheet. Who went off the ground with the HIA? Jake.
Nathan Murphy.
Nathan Murphy is correct. All right. Do you want to test your buzzer again, Ben?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you are? Okay. Good on you, mate. Well done. What did the young kids say to Nick Dacos when he handed him his premiership medal? Jake.
You should be so proud.
That's verbatim, word for word. Yes, mate. Congratulations. Well done. You could probably put your paddle down if you like, mate. Well done.
That was Tommy.
Who kicked a goal after the siren in the first quarter? Jake.
Jordan DeGoey.
Jordan DeGoey is correct. All right. You're 13 down in the second with a little over 7 minutes left on the clock.
Jake.
Jack
Crisp.
Jack Crisp is correct. All right. Question number 9. He's got 9 out of 9 so far. Wow.
Oh, mate.
Sorry, bud. And he's cheeky too. I like it. All right. Who kicked the ball to Bobby Hill?
Jake. Jeremy Howe.
Jeremy Howe is correct. Wow. Who put you in front with a goal after the siren at the halftime break?
Jake.
Jack
Crisp.
Jack Crisp is correct, mate. There's 5 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock in the last quarter.
Ben.
Yeah.
Is it Steel Sideboarding?
No. You get the entirety of the question, Jake. There's 5 minutes 31 left on the clock. Your mates are giving it to you over here, brother. Left on the clock in the last quarter. What happens? Who kicks a goal to put them in front?
Charlie Cameron.
Charlie Cameron is correct. He put the Lions in front with 5:31 left on the clock. Thought you were in them, Ben. I really did.
So did I.
All right, here we go. 14 seconds later, the Pies are back in front off a goal from who?
Jake.
Jordan
DeGoey.
Jordan DeGoey is correct. There is a mark on the wing and a 50-metre penalty.
Jake.
Still
side bottom
is correct. When Collingwood player kicked... which Collingwood player kicked 2 goals and had 25 disposals in his 214th consecutive game? Jack Crisp. Jack Crisp is correct. What was the last thing Bobby Hill said after accepting his Norm Smith medal? Oh, whoa, yes. It was actually woohoo, but hey, I'm not going to argue with him. For a clean sweep, what did Braden Maynard say after accepting his premiership medal? Jake.
Let's go.
He did. How good's that? Wow. Shaky. I looked down the back of the room and Jake's hand went up and I went, I don't know. He could be all right. Wow. Unbelievable. Hey, Ben, don't go. You can't leave yet. Runner up, mate. Congratulations. You've won yourself a Buffalo football.
Thanks, mate.
All right?
Cheers.
There you go. That's all yours. Thanks, mate. And Jake, you were a champion, mate. See that hamper down there on top of the fridge? That's not yours, okay? But you can get your own, because this is a $100 gift card, courtesy of Hamper World. Break the glass, go and get your mum something, go and get yourself something. Whatever hamper you want, valued at $100, courtesy of Hamper World, that's yours. Good on you, mate. Thanks, guys. That's it. Off the stage. Loved your work.
Thank you.
Well done, Ben. You were fantastic. All right. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They are the experts in home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Morang, Cheltenham, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. Well done. All right. I just need to let you all know, if you'd like to be part of the live audience at any of the That's Good for Footy panel shows, go to the website, which is www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events, because it's always better live. Would you agree? Yeah, thank you. The next That's Good for Footy panel show has not been locked away or confirmed yet, but I will tell you that one of the panellists is Mason Cox. The show will be on the 20th of December, not to be confirmed, here at the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. All right? So he comes back from the States on the 6th of December. We'll lock it away then, and we'll let you know. If you follow the That's Good Footy Facebook page, you'll be able to get on and buy your tickets then. Remember, when you are purchasing your tickets, so only get them through the That's Good Footy website, because that's the only place where you can get your tickets from. What I wanted to do very quickly is just let you know, all that memorabilia that's over there, come and see me at the end of the show, along with the stuff that's up here and what you've already purchased and blah, blah, blah. And we'll look after you, all right? We'll see what we can do for you. I want you to do just now, thanks Sam, my sound guy, and the lovely Sandy. Please put your hands together for both of them. Can't do the show without them. But while you're all feeling like in this loving mood that you are, could you please put your hands together for Tom Mitchell and Braden Maynard. Both great ambassadors of the Collingwood Football Club. I love having you both on. Just before you go, pick up your microphones one last time. Say to the audience whatever you'd like to say, and then we can rock and roll.
Flag Pies 2024.
And then I'll retweet that. So Flag Pies 2024. Here we go.
Hey, love it. This has been That's Good Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you, everyone. Cheers and good night. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much.